Hey, first grade, ready for your art lesson with your friendly neighborhood art teacher? Your expedition this semester has been about the amazing body of birds. Your guiding questions: how do birds use their body parts to survive? How can we make a manna living garden more bird friendly? And how can our writing help our community learn about birds? Your learning targets for today: I can observe basic shapes in nature to help with my drawing. I can use basic shapes to draw a bald eagle. I can add details to my drawing to make them look more realistic. Before we begin, you'll need paper, lined paper or printing paper is fine, pencil and eraser, and some coloring supplies: crayons, markers, or colored pencils. Remember, this one you're going to be doing one bird, so I want you to draw big. Big, big, big. So we're going to be looking at the bald eagle today. Bald eagle is America's national bird. It represents our country. We're going to be drawing a bald eagle that is sitting or standing like this. It's going to be standing more like the one on the left. When you look at bald eagles, you can see that they've got dark bodies, kind of dark tails depending on the shadows, but their head is completely white, which is why people thought a long time ago that they didn't have any feathers up there at all, and they were called the bald eagle, because it looked from a distance like they didn't have anything on top of their heads. You can see they've got some big, sharp claws, or talons, at the bottom, and that very hooked beak. Now here's a picture of a bald eagle that is flying, swooping down to get its dinner out of the lake. I want you to take a look at that one, see if you can figure out some of the shapes. But again, we're going to be working on drawing a bald eagle more like these guys. So, what we're going to be practicing today is drawing a bald eagle like this one. Look, again, it's going to be big. The first thing we're going to start with is the shape we usually start with in the beginning, and it is going to be an oval. That's going to be a pretty big oval because this is going to be the bird's chest. We'll do an oval for the wing on the side, and part of an oval for that wing that we can see coming on that side. We'll do the circle for his head. For right now, a big triangle for a beak. When we come down here, we're going to get a little bit more complicated. We'll draw one small rectangle, another small rectangle, but then a bigger rectangle for his tail, and then the talons, we'll draw a little rectangle, and we'll do kind of like a long crescent shape. So, we've now got the basic shapes drawn out. There are some parts of it that we need to erase, and we need to add some other lines. First thing we need to erase, we won't see this body line through that wing, so I'm going to erase that one. I'm also going to erase the part of the tail down there. Then I can redraw. I'm going to change the part of this one, so I want to make this come down here and come a little bit closer to his body. So now I'm going to erase the rest of this line. Let's look at his legs. First, we need to erase the line that's in the back, which is the back of his body, because we wouldn't see that one at all. And I'll fix that top, or those two side lines, But then, we're also going to erase the top. So now it's going to look like he's There we go. Erase some of that line a little bit more. That's a little bit better. And I'm going to erase these little spots right here because this is part of his tail. So, now he's got a long tail coming down. He's got the feathers that are over his legs. And let's work on the talons. We're going to make these talons. I'm going to erase. We're going to make a curve. I'm not actually getting rid of anything. And then I'm going to make the pointy ends a little bit pointier. And I'm going to add one more behind his claw. So I'm going to do the same thing over here. Watch. I'm not changing the crescent. I'm drawing like a little U in the ends. Making them a little bit pointier. And then again, drawing like the letter U and a little pointy. Let's add some other details. We'll add feathers. We'll add some more. We're going to make this a little bit pointier at the bottom of the wing. So I'll erase. And draw those lines. We can draw that for his Alright, now let's talk about the head and where the top of his body turns white. So let's make a line connecting to those, and we'll erase those two parts. And then we're going to add this right here by drawing a big zigzag line that goes up to the wing. Now let's fix his beak. This beak looks a lot like one of the beaks from little birds. It's still going to be a triangle. We're going to come down here to the end, but then we're going to draw a little bit down. And they've got that very sharp, it's kind of like they have another talon at the end of their beak. Then we'll have another part of his beak come back, and I can get rid of these extra lines. And come back. Now, you can make this come a little bit further and then erase the line. And bald eagles always look like they're kind of mad. It's just the way that their feathers grow over their heads, on their eyes, I guess. So, let's talk about coloring. This won't take too long because it's a bald eagle and he's only got a few colors, really. You saw that they had very bright yellow or orange beaks. But that's not the only part that's going to be it. That's going to come down here to his toes. Sorry, talons. And we'll work on coloring those. Then pretty much everything else is going to be brown. You can draw your bald eagle. I'm going to draw my bald eagle sitting or standing on a rock. You can put him in a tree if you'd want. But I'm going to put mine on a rock. I'm going to make it look like he's standing on a rock. So I'm going to take my gray. Then I'll take this brown and I'm going to color him in. Now, here's a trick. If you color lightly, don't press down very hard with your crayon, when you're done coloring, you can come back and then you actually do press down with your crayon, and you can make some spots darker than the others, and that can make it look a little bit like it's got some shadow to him. Otherwise he might be flat. It's okay if you don't. So I'm going to color. I'll just do this. So see, now I'm going to come back and I'm going to press down a little bit harder. And then you can see. Now in the pictures you can see the bald eagle's tail is white on some sides. I'm going to make mine look like it's a little bit in the shade. So it's going to be a little bit darker. Then just find the right color for the sky. And let's make our beautiful bird look like he is standing at the top of a mountain or a tree and getting ready, and looking out over everything, trying to see all that he can. And coloring your sky better than me, but I'm just trying to, oops, see, I scribbled over him. And that's why you shouldn't rush doing your backgrounds. Alright, your task today is to follow the steps in the video and draw a bald eagle. If you do this quickly, here's a time extender to challenge yourself. See if you can find enough shapes in the flying bald eagle picture and draw another eagle that is flying. If you have any questions, you can email me at afrans@amanaacademy.org, and the turn-in folder should be linked today in your teacher information as well at the bottom of this video. Thanks, first grade. I'll see you later.